The grind it takes to be a head coach. I'm convinced the least favorite part of Marvin Lewis's week are the very few minutes he has to spend answering questions from us. And I thought that before he had to answer questions about Chris Henry. That topic, Chris Henry, is going to hang around for a while. But Lewis can finally free his team from the 15-year playoff drought with a win tomorrow in Detroit. Dan Carroll is at the team hotel in Detroit and checks in now with more. Dan?
Well, good evening once again. Standout rookie wide receiver Chris Henry did travel with the team. He is here in Detroit, but as of now, there is no word on his playing status for tomorrow. You know, you got to think that the Bengals are not going to let this be a distraction at all week long. They've talked about what they needed to do, remain focused, and come here with business to take care of. Now, hopefully, the Bengals are looking forward to putting themselves in a position where they can come back and play for it all.
We're going to look around that stadium and check it out and hope to be playing there, you know, for the big one at the end of the year. And it's naturally going to be in your head, but we need to do a good job of focusing on just this one single game.
Well, that is the very latest from here in Detroit. We are going to have more tomorrow night. The first place you can get post-game reaction right here on Fox 19. But for now, let's go to Brian Giesenslaw with Saturday's Scoop on the Bengals.
5 months after it made its debut on T-shirts in training camp, "Do Your Job" is still the company line at Paul Brown Stadium. And you're hard-pressed to get Marvin Lewis to say much more than those 3 words now on the back of his sweatshirt.
Our business is the Detroit Lions. That's all that matters to us. And nothing else really matters. We can't control any of that.
A few days before what could be the biggest news to hit this team in 15 years, a division title, some of the other news is not so good. Rookie Chris Henry was arrested, and third down specialist Chris Perry is out with a bad ankle. That could mean an expanded role for fullback Jeremy Johnson, which according to Carson Palmer isn't so much of a stretch.
He's very overlooked. It's funny you say that because I was thinking about that the other day. He doesn't get a whole lot of attention, but he's a staple of this offense.
The Bengals have gotten to this point by beating the teams they're supposed to beat, and Detroit definitely falls into that category. Like most bad teams in football, the talent is still there. The Lions have lost 5 games by a touchdown or less. The Bengals have been reminded of that and don't expect any letdown after huge wins the last 2 weeks against the Steelers and Browns.
We haven't done anything for us to have a letdown. You know, we're not where we want to be, where we need to be. We haven't done anything to have a letdown.
After a season-low 2 catches against the Browns, Chad Johnson expects to get back in the end zone. He says he has something special planned for Detroit in terms of celebration and adds he might have to take out his frustrations from last week on cornerback Dre Bly.
Yeah, somebody has to pay, and it's going to be a good old dear friend of mine, you know, Brother Dre. It's going to be fun seeing him again, going against him.
And the Bengals hope to see Ford Field again soon, preferably at the Super Bowl in about 7 weeks.
Exactly. That's how my thought process is. I'm sure that's how everybody's thinking.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see how things play out tomorrow. The game, the fans, Chris Henry, all the fun starts at 4 o'clock. And we bring you the biggest block of Bengals coverage in town. Tomorrow night on Sports Wrap, Dan Horde checks in live from Detroit. If the Bengals have something to celebrate, you'll see it here first tomorrow night at 10:30 on Sports Wrap. And as if you needed something else to make you check out the show tomorrow night, how about Chad's Corner? Chad Johnson one-on-one, something you'll only see here on Fox 19, and best of all, it is free. And in case you're counting at home, it's been 10 quarters now since number 85 has seen the end zone, so I would say he's probably due.